Welcome back to part 2 of our Showgirls show, where we are still watching this movie for some reason. It is still a movie.
It is amazing. It's an amazing movie.
This is Video Ed Cleaner. My name is Tommy.
I'm Kyle.
And we have our special guest with us, Israel.
Hello, everybody.
And without further ado, let's get back into our review of Showgirls. This is part 2.
Right after the scene about buying clothes, we're like smash cut straight back into a naked Nomi and her coworker being like, clothes? Nah.
There's one more thing, though, before the scene. They see a poster. They see a poster for a performer, Andrew Carver.
Yes.
Which will become relevant later, but they fangirl big time over this poster. So
Molly especially.
If you rewind to the 6 months later after they meet at the burger fry scene, when it cuts into the inside of the trailer house, he's playing on the radio.
Oh yeah, okay.
His song is playing on the radio.
Okay.
I saw a few things like about like a street flyer or something up on whatever. But yes, that's Molly, into him, musical artist.
Loves him. Yeah, they kind of like talk to the poster. Oh my God, I'm coming for you. Yes, he's coming in concert. He's going to be in concert, and she's nuts about him. Yeah,
it's got a very Jason Momoa Jesus thing going for him.
Let's see. So and we're now back at the Cheetah.
Naked.
Another crazy show.
Doing things. Yeah, she's like gyrating back and forth with the coworker.
With Hope, I think.
Probably.
Yeah, it's Hope.
Mm-hmm. Lucky Penny.
And then Nomi is walking the floor, working the crowd, like working up lap dances and things like that. And a gentleman in there approaches her, and she like
kind of grabs her arm, and she just whips around and yells, "Fuck off!" Because again, just a hair trigger on this girl. Like,
She coded the street. Yeah. So, but he is offering her an audition, has a card, and So.
Probably against his best instincts for someone that just told him to go fuck off, like the drop of a hat, like.
Well, remember, he's sent by Crystal.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I know why, he would not react to that, but it is funny to be like, fuck off! You want a job? Like,
and he's like, oh, hold on a second.
Oh, I mean...
No apology.
Actually, no, not at all. Yeah. Nobody doesn't do those.
Yeah. And then remember, as
just
she's...
knife!
As she's looking at his business card, she gives a little smile, and then, of course, you have to end the scene with this drunk guy walking up going, I want to see your ass.
He does in the scene that way.
Yeah.
She's excited for this new opportunity, but then he reminds her where she is in this time.
Exactly.
Like, should I ignore this opportunity, or am I happy where I am? Yeah.
It was a charming way to end the scene. I want to see her ass. He just slurs at her like.
All right, so we transition to the audition.
Yes, which is oh my God, one of the best scenes in the whole movie. Best scenes.
We got a craggy show producer,
Tony Moss.
Yeah. Just reading all the girls to filth. Just giving them the business. Nomi panics, runs backstage to kind of touch up her look a bit. Whatnot.
Well, she's called Pollyanna by him on the way in, and she kind of asks, like, "What did you call me?"
She panics, for some reason that we don't understand. And says, "Oh, Pollyanna, because you seem so innocent," and
you remind me of Pollyanna.
Yeah.
And she's in like full clothes, sort of, but like looks around at the rest of the girls, and I guess remembers she's auditioning for a topless show or something, and so it comes out in just a bra and like some other, just like messes up her hair or something, like, oh shit, I am too like small town looking or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
puts on a little more blush. And...
Yeah, she does. She's just like whoring her makeup real quick, like look at me, I'm just.
I need to look like a whore to get this job. Hey, if that's what it takes.
If it's what it takes, and so he is a hard nosed man who. He's like, people say I'm a prick. I am a prick.
And he's kicking auditioners for just very arbitrary reasons. Like one girl, her tits are just too big. They're just too big.
Watermelons. Yeah.
Do you remember what he says?
He says, look at those watermelons. We're not running a patch here. We're running a show or something.
Yeah,
like,
it's a show, not a patch.
Bazing. Yeah. So kicks her. One girl has ears that displease him.
Because she just had her nose
she
done.
had her
for
nose job for him.
Yeah.
And like,
So-
he's like looking. He's like, good. And then he's like, I don't like those ears though. Come back when you've got an ear job.
Bastard.
We all want to be this guy just one time.
Then he gets to Nomi, who just sasses
Wait.
him.
No, wait. We cannot skip the classes girl.
Oh, yes.
Where he's like, so what classes
Yeah.
have you taken?
Yeah.
I've taken classes, tap classes, jazz classes, tap jazz classes, blah, blah, blah classes. Well, this is called Goddess. It's not called classes.
Yeah, get out of here. Like, it's the most arbitrary bullshit like reason to be like, fuck off.
This one's a reader. Get out of here.
Yeah. We don't need them too smart here. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah. And so gets to know me.
And I had to say that because, I have a friend of mine named Brent. Our entire friendship is just based on Showgirls quotes, just back and forth. And anytime we're at a party and someone's talking to him, they say, Brent, what do you do? He, of course, responds, I take classes, jazz classes, tap jazz classes, and then I'll join in and we'll say them together. Yeah, so I'm like, we cannot skip the classes.
where are you from, Brett? Different places!
See how this works?
It was quotable. It's not a good movie. It's quotable.
Robust basis for a friendship.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, very good.
Yeah, so sorry to interrupt. We get to know me.
No, this was worth it. Yeah. This was relevant. Yeah. Sidebar. So she makes it to the top three though of these dancers, and she's being rewarded by being told to take her top off. And then it makes sense. It's
But
like,
not before sassing him, which is notable. Like he's kicking girls for arbitrary reasons, gets to know me.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
and
yeah.
she just sasses him and like just she's just giving him a look and asks her, "What are you looking at?" And I'm like, "Look at you be a prick or be an asshole to all the girls, right?" Yeah.
And he was like, "You ain't seen nothing yet."
Yeah. So he's like, all right, I like her.
She's got spunk. Yeah. But she makes the cut. Yeah, which is the important part, right?
Keeps
The audition
whittling them down. Yeah.
Yeah. The audition commences. It's tough. Crystal arrives to inspect the scene. But yeah, she makes the first cut. So yeah.
And now she's topless, and she gets asked a real distinguished question of what's wrong with your nipples.
well, first, the producer wants to see everyone topless. To which Nomi kind of.
Which, he has a very fun choice of phrasing. Show me your tits.
Yeah.
Right. I think she's more shocked by the brusqueness of the delivery because, she saw the show. She should know,
But I guess he's got a good point. It is a largely topless show.
He could have started off with that, though.
Yeah.
All right, we have a topless show. Show me your tits. No,
just show me your tits. Yeah, exactly.
I think he wanted all the college straight boys in the audience to go, yeah, because it worked. Yeah.
But what is wrong with her nipples, Kyle?
Well, they're not hard. They're just kind of sitting there. They're lazy, I think. It's really
They're lazy nipples.
yeah. Like, to use like as I guess doctors use this term. Yeah, like,
They're not pert enough.
if anybody doctors
they're not-
talk about things like lazy eyes, just be like, those nipples are lazy. Like, it's just, very inconsiderate doctors.
And what is the solution to lazy nipple?
You need to send them to a cold land where they perk up. Or actually, no, play with them a little first.
Pinch them a little.
Yeah.
Just give a little, like you're the Comcast guy in South Park. You're like, oh no.
Because he even offers to do it himself too.
He does. What a gentleman, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Then bring some ice. Some ice is brought out to apply. She buffs him and storms off. So take a drink if you've been following along.
No, it
with the
storms
drink again.
off.
She storms off. Yeah, because remember, she's had it because he says, I'm erect.
Yeah.
Why aren't you erect?
That's true. And then she flips the ice in his face and storms off. Like that was enough for her. Push her over the edge for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just sassing everyone left and right. But yeah.
And Crystal's been watching at this point. Once it hit like top 2, top 3, Crystal's on stage, or she's like on the first row or two outside the like stage audience watching. So
Yeah. So Nomi stormed off, and Crystal confronts her. Right. She discloses she's the reason she has the audition. Right.
which nobody suspected.
Yeah.
But did not get confirmed until now, officially.
Yeah,
rather. But
Yes.
Yeah, and then Crystal's there to kind of be snide, kind of lord it over her, can't hack it,
Yeah, because Nomi asked her, "Did you enjoy that?" And she says, "Yeah, I kind of did."
yeah, actually.
Yeah, and then she says, and then Nomi says, "Well, I hate you," and she says, and Crystal says, "I know.
I know.
Here's a napkin. Wipe your nose."
Yep. Clean
Just
yourself
loving
up. Yeah. Still got that power. There's a real power dynamic vibe. Like when I was just gonna listen out themes and stuff. Yeah, the power, whether sexual or there are many different ways it manifests in this movie. But it's that, when you got the power, whether it's through knife or through muscle or employment or money,
position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
a lot of people in this, but at this point I'm mad in my notes because James shows up again and we now see Bouncer Guy still yet to receive a name. It's working at a bellhop. He's got a whole different job. He's on scene 5 now, no name, but he is working as a bellhop at the casino Nomi auditioned at, which is the Stardust. I want to say,
Yeah.
but he now says that she doesn't need this show anyways, and that it's dishonest. At least at Cheetah's, she's honest as they want tits and ass, and so she'll give it to him. But this one, it just pretends it's not, but it also is giving tits and ass, and it's like, again, you're not entirely wrong, but just the way and the timing of this delivery is it's not going to make Nomi, it isn't changing a mind to her or a heart. It's just pissing her off like you always do in literally every scene.
And we do hear his boss saying, "Smith,
Yeah.
Smith, move this luggage or whatever." So we get his last name.
Okay.
Finally.
Is the first time,
Yeah.
but only his last name.
Yeah. It's taken this long though, for sure. And he's not exactly wrong in his claim, right? It does seem to be tits and ass both places. It's so I guess he's right, but we question his motives.
Yeah.
He's right for the wrong reason.
Right. It's one of those things you're not wrong, you're just an asshole for sure. Because it still does seem like it comes from that place of white knighting the stripperness, because it still denigrates that and her nudity and whatever else. And to a point you're well, he just wants her to be a dancer or whatever. But again, he gives us no reason to believe that's true. Like Israel said, there's no reason to really give him the benefit of the doubt or to like this character or to have anything positive feeling at all. If this character's gonna be in the movie, give us any reason to feel a thing for this guy. But besides revulsion at his rampant misogyny and bullshit that he spews all the time.
Yeah, I think in some ways the character functions to Nomi's character is elevated because he keeps trying to bring her down. right? It just keeps trying to take her down one peg or so, right? By offering a teacher to dance as if she doesn't know how to dance, and white knighting her, right? Yeah.
Well, there's one tiny reason that she might be just kind of okay and not telling him to go away and go to hell is when he goes to visit her at her trailer, he does say something like that he's had some professional training, and he names Alvin Ailey.
With very famous dance choreographer. Yeah.
So, but at any time, she could have easily said to him when he's trying to knock her down a peg or saying, you need to be a real dancer, I see the fire in you. She could say, well, what about you? What are you doing that I should listen to you?
Yeah,
you know, because it's that reason that I just keep thinking, but who is he to say that? I don't care.
She's naive, right? These are, the questions someone more sophisticated might ask or immediately realize should be asked.
Well, he brings up a variable in a moment that I think is definitely a part of that discussion. Like, let's go a little further, I guess, because as they talk, the bellhop boss comes over, like you said. James sasses him pretty hard. He clearly does not care about the threat of being fired, and so he is immediately. He is fired, in fact. Now twice for Nomi at this point. Despite, again, them having no relationship, really anything. But he takes her for a burger, and then they're driving down, like, an alley, like at a high speed. Like, I don't know, this scene was really weird to me. Like, not a street. And they're just like fucking.
So this goes back to the Versace thing and the burger. Is I'm wondering if the director is thinking, because she's had such a crazy past, she's never really had money, that she doesn't even know that Versace exists, so she doesn't know how to pronounce it. She's been so poor that she's never had a burger, because when she's eating it, he even comments and says, "You really like that burger," and she's just eating it like she's never had one before. And I'm thinking, even super poor people have burgers. I mean, do you not know this?
Or it's just she eats it like she's starving all the time.
Yeah,
like again, just kind of animalistic. Like there's a wild quality to her.
Yeah,
right.
It's weird.
And he did build it up as the best meal in town, so maybe it's a good burger joint. But to give that benefit of the doubt, I suppose. But again, they're doing a weird alley drive, and he's being like, "Well, you like that burger?" And so he asks her where she's from, and we again get different places. Like, she's just like is really upset about this still, and like, and I just sort of like, "All right, Nomi, keep your secrets." Like,
I think this time she just kind of says it kind of happily, like a throwaway kind of different places, because she knows he's not going to follow up on that. Like Molly did. But she says that yet again. So we still don't know where she's from.
Just real secretive on that. And like, again, just lie. Just say like a place. Like, saying multiple places is like the sketchiest thing I can think of. And it's like, where are you from? Oh, places. You're like, okay. Like, now I have more questions. Like, you can stop all questions and be like, I'm from... Winchesterton, Fieldville,
I exist multiple places at once.
Right. Yeah. I'm Quantum Nomi.
Yeah. I am everywhere.
So we get to this guy's house, though. Like, she, against whatever better judgment she may have, if any, goes to this guy's house. He produces a cassette tape saying he wrote this number for her. And Nomi says he doesn't even know her, which is true. And he remarks that he knows she's a private dancer. And I guess that is one thing you know about me, like, I suppose, if anything. But this is where he's lost me both times in the movie I've watching it, though. Because he says he only needs 3 other girls for the number, and then they can play it in some club. So I'm like, you wrote this number for this girl. And you also need 3 random girls. And you're involved, like, somehow, too, I guess. But again, when you're not a dancer, you have nothing. like, where's your success? Where is maybe the success between you and 2 people before we make, like, 5 happen here or something? Like,
my theory is that Nomi is predisposed to believe him because they both are, like, they don't got a lot, right? They're both kind of, like, on the edge, They're both in Vegas trying to make it, you know, that in some ways maybe Nomi thinks they kind of share that commonality, you know, or maybe that's the implication, you know, that's maybe why she's comfortable with him, you know.
But also he makes her more comfortable because the moment she walks into his place, she sees all of these photos of him and Alvin Ailey.
Yeah.
So she's impressed already.
Sure,
so she's like,
yeah.
oh, I'm going to listen to what this guy says because she
Yeah.
was impressed by that whole wall of pictures of them.
Yeah, and maybe he does have these dreams. You know, perhaps he does. You know, so it's when during this scene, I just couldn't help but think she is naive because it's just like, oh, he's a guy with a mixtape. Okay, well, I mean that's sweet, but you know,
Got that one bedroom studio apartment and a mixtape that like could have been recorded any time for any woman.
He's got the classic mattress right on the ground. You know,
He does have the mattress on the ground.
This is a classic bachelor pad. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Because he makes a little throwaway line or something like, she's like, what are we doing here? Oh, this is fine bed. Or we're going to explore the bed. I'm like, oh, God, yeah, your weird little man mattress on the ground.
And it's like in an abandoned warehouse or something too. It's not clear that it's even a residential anything or that it's anything. It maybe just an abandoned building or an open building.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So they put in the cassette tape for the song, and it is an awful song. First of all, like, this is, I know this movie won the Razzie for worst original song. I think it was for this song. I'll have to confirm, but like, oh my God, this is a bad song. And so like bad start whenever he's like, I wrote this for you, and like just trash comes on. But then they both like start to like do this weird interpretive sex dance, and he's like, follow me, or like, let's watch me for a moment, and then like just hop in or whatever. And then like they do this weird, again, weird fucked up, I guess you could call it dancing at each other like thing.
Yeah.
And then like goes down. It's
The very first part of the dance I kind of liked because it's fun to watch Nomi pick it up so fast. Like someone just goes, okay, this and do this with your legs and blah, 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 boom, do it. And then she repeats it and you're like, damn, she's good. She does the same thing here, but then when they start freestyling to each other, then it gets weird again. Yeah.
those are weird moments to me when Nomi picks it up, like, because they're like Marvel villains or things that have like this like mimic ability. They're like, I look at your fighting style and I pick it up in like a second or two, and that's like the vibe they give Nomi in these movies because they like show Nomi a dance like 3 or 4 times, and they're like, and now Nomi, you've seen it for 3.5 seconds. Hop in there, Nomi, and she's like, okay, boop, bop, boop, 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 and she's dancing and doing her thing, and like she's popping and locking, and I'm like, well, she got it, but like, in the context of this movie, that's fucking weird. Like, she's just like, look at me.
And I remember with the order in this film right here, when I remember watching with this in this scene, when you're watching the film, you know, it has its roller coaster ride. Like this craziness happens, and then a little breather, and then this happens, you know, and then another breather with more storyline. I remember thinking when they start getting, you know, gyrating and getting sexual, I remember rolling my eyes going, oh my God, we just had a scene like this a few minutes ago.
Yeah,
I don't want to see another one. This is too much. It's too much sex. I remember thinking that, and this scene is like, oh, here we go. And then he's going to pop her boobs out, and he's going to start playing with her boobs again. Give us time to get horny
lazy
again.
nipples, yeah. Wake up.
Yeah, I could imagine this scene being done. You know, we talked about Fatal Attraction, right? If you could imagine that kind of style brought to this, where it's smoky scenes and steam bubbling up, and it's just passion, and it's just people being thrown onto the kitchen counters and whatnot. I imagine they had that in mind. And again, the seriousness just never arrived, and as such, you just get this. They're doing face at each other, you know, but it doesn't. They're going for intensity, but it feels like, they're just making funny faces, and like they're doing these like dramatic poses with their bodies, and I can imagine how the intent was for that to just be like raw dancer passion, and they're just kind of gyrating in space, like.
Well, it's weird because we've been given 0 examples of chemistry this whole movie, and again, he's been in like 5 or 6 scenes with her. Literally ample opportunity to have even one moment of chemistry or dialogue where they like click. They're constantly like talking around each other, or like he's pissing her off with stuff. Like there's nothing there to be like they are sexually attracted to each other. But he's like, I wrote a song for you, and then she's like, here we go, doot doot doot, and then like her tits are out again, and he's putting her hand down. He's putting his hand down her pants and stuff, and so it just feels awkward to me. In that,
which you know, we keep noting how all this stuff kind of hits us against the grain. Like, I'm just trying to think, okay, reading it like with the grain, like just kind of going with the film, like just what is the film like trying to do with, and I think, like it's, once again, this is a man that cannot tame Nomi, right? Like Zach creams his pants. He's like a helpless victim to Nomi's lap dance, and now once again Zach or James just keeps missing the mark. He just can't quite capture this woman, and maybe that's the generous reading. You know, like that's what this moment is supposed to mean. Perhaps it didn't land, as we're discovering.
Then like Kyle said, then here he goes again, you know, wanting to score, because to me that's what he's been wanting the whole time. So he has her boobs out, feeling her boobs, and then he starts reaching down her pants, and then she stops him because she says she's getting her period, and of course, quotable line, I've used it many times. It's all right. I got towels.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, he checks because she's like, check. He's like, okay, I don't believe you. I bet you say that to all the guys. She's like, check. She's like, just check my, and then he sticks a finger and he's like, oh, okay. And then,
not only, but then he looks at his finger. It's like, you didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
Just feel, you know.
But that was a great line. I know. Yeah, it's like, because it's like, not to be deterred.
Do gay men use that? Like if the person's like, I'm not ready.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right, I got towels.
100%. It's like, I mean, you play in the mud, you expect to, you get some mud on you. And so the deal is like,
I've been eating at Taco Bell all day. That's okay. I got towels. That's fine.
Like, we'll figure this out.
That's fine.
I guess. Yeah.
That's fine. No, it's not. Jesus. God.
I have a lot of towels.
There aren't enough towels in the world. Oh, boy. I got towels.
Oh, God. You're like the
James.
substance blood monster, but with
who is this guy? Like, I got towels.
I got towels. Yeah.
Guy's a savage. Guy's a fiend. Jeez. There you go. But another great line. Or you can fuck me when you fuck me. Like,
when you love me.
Yeah.
Which again calls into the question, like, what even are they? Nomi clearly is like, you don't love me. We were doing something maybe like slightly physical there, but this is not even close to being a great romance story. And I think it's caught up and intertwined in the fact that he's two goals, seemingly at least, the love or fuck of her, and then the dance thing, and they both seem to like trip over each other's feet. Like maybe if he tried for one or the other, he would be successful. But it seems like because he's trying to do both, it's really fucking up right now. Like it gets messy. Yeah,
he's got one like line of like kind of foreshadowing as she's walking off. I see you hiding from yourself. Which, I mean, it's just.
I think the audience was supposed to react and go, "Wow, he's really deep.
Wow, that's yeah.
I wonder what he sees."
Yeah. Yeah,
that's true though. Yeah, because I mean, like, it's not like he had anything to go on here. It is just foreshadowing in a way that like a writer would put in, because he specifically says like, I see you, you're running from yourself, and I guess you got up to some bad shit someplace. And it's like, that's a lot of things to surmise or to guess and to yell after somebody as they're like leaving you or whatever, just because they didn't want to fuck you because they're on their period or something. Like, you've got a dark past, I yelled at Ellen, who was like, sorry, later. Like,
yeah.
Gonna go get tampons. Yeah, like.
Yeah, this script, jeez. Oh man, we're gonna have to talk about that when we finish. When we're wrapping up. But yeah, let's see. Next scene, the back of the trailer, and Nomi gets a call, and it's good news. She got the part. Yay!
Tony Moss.
Yeah. So back to the cheetah next scene, and she is the boss, the company. They're kind of giving her some side eye for her new success. Like the boss is mocking her, like, "You'll be back. You'll be back." You know,
Because she goes there just to quit. Yeah.
I think she has a few things in her locker that she's getting maybe.
Gather her things. And,
Yeah.
But the boss kind of turns on a dime and like panically like offers her a raise, and then turns again, yells at her for leaving, just kind of all over the place.
Yeah, and he says, "Yeah, you're not coming back here, even if you give me a fucking blowjob." And when he says that, there's a girl that it looks like she might be on the phone, like with her family or something, and she's covering the payphone while he's yelling because she's embarrassed.
Yeah.
Great little touch there.
For sure. Yeah. What a line to yell after somebody again. Yeah. Just great stuff.
Yeah. Let's see. Bumps into James.
God, he just can't stop showing up in this fucking movie.
He appears. James appears.
Yeah, James appears.
Yeah, because she goes unexpectedly to share the news that she got the part. Yeah.
Yeah. And find out James is fucking Hope. Or
Penny,
or
Lucky Penny, isn't that what you call it?
Yeah, Lucky Penny. And this like Nomi kind of checks him for playing her. Kind of puts it together that this is just a setup to sleep with her. So, and actually, I think Nomi actually goes to James's place. I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So
she does.
Yeah. James doesn't just appear this time. Nomi appears.
She wants to share the news with him excitedly, which weird, I guess, if anything. But she reacts oddly. Like it all depends on how you're seeing and interpreting some of these earlier scenes. Did you see chemistry there? Did you see a budding relationship of Nomi and James? Because she reacts like there was, and she's hurt, and she's like, "Oh, you slept with another woman," but like. I didn't get that either time. I was like, you were nothing. You were literally saying to each other, like, we're nothing. We have no ties or some shit.
I think it was more just that she felt played going along with his like dancing aspirations and whatnot. And it's like, oh, well, Alvin Ailey, blah, 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 and all that. And it's like, no, you're just trying to sleep with me. Like you weren't about the dance. Like I'm about dance.
And I was hoping that she wouldn't be jealous in that way. And I don't think she was. I think she got, because she got played and she's like, oh, everything that you were saying, I was actually starting to fall for you or to fall for this. But no.
You're just trying to sleep with me.
We're done.
Yeah.
We're done. And she meant it. She's like, we're done.
Yeah. So,
which
even friends, I guess.
It kind of could have been left ambiguous, even because they do confirm one way or the other at the end of the scene. Like if that was the case, like, does James say this to other women? And as it turns out, yes, he did say these things to Hope at the end. And so you're like, she was right on that, because she could have been completely off base or something. Like again, if you were to think that James's motives were pure or whatnot, but no, he's just a shitbag. And so again, we're left with like, why is shitbag in so many scenes of this fucking movie? Like,
and then we as the audience were right as well. Because Hope asked him, she says, who was that? Oh, nothing, baby, just another girl. Is she gonna take my part? And he's like,
no, she can't dance. Like the same thing he just said to Nomi. And so he has proven it's just a big old scumbag there. And again, it's like not once have we been given a reason to like even have a positive thought for this character. And so it's just like it's wasting my time, I feel like, as a viewer every time he's on the fucking screen at this point, because I'm like, give me a reason to care, or like, I don't know, or a storyline that matters, or like anything. But
I
don't know. It's a long movie too. That's part of my complaint. Is like we could have had this be an hour 45 still without James' part, and it would have been fine.
He does. He's in a lot of scenes, and it's just. Does he have to be? Yeah.
No, because the lap dance one, there's no reason he had to be in that and like stalking or doing the whatever and showing up in the morning. Like we save time, just like editing streamline, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's a dumb movie. Like, but both times I've watched, I'm just like, I don't think he has to be. Like, not at all here.
Oh yeah. He could totally not be in the movie at all.
Yeah.
His character's not needed.
So, yes, he's like, oh, no, not you, baby. She can't dance. And then Nomi in the morning goes in to see Tony Moss and without realizing it, embarrasses herself in front of him and others
Yes.
by pronouncing her new Versace dress as Versace.
Yes.
All three of them look around furtively as if to be like, are you going to correct her? And none of them do.
No.
Ultimately, Tony's like, I love Versace. My favorite dress brand. Like,
Yeah, so we feel bad for her, it's just.
But at the same time, isn't it confusing? Like, why would she not know the name of how to pronounce it?
It reveals something about her socioeconomic position, right? She is not. There is some things about affluent life that she is not aware of, right? Like the pronunciation of European fashion brands, for example, right? So she pronounces it like you would an English word.
yeah, maybe she brought a Gucky purse later that day.
Yeah. So it's for no fault of her own. Yeah, it's for no fault of her own. It's just this reveals something about the character, about like her background. Like it's not from maybe not even a middle class background. It's maybe from something much more hard scrabble.
Well, I'm glad that it happened because it's probably the most quotable word from the entire film. And most memorable is Versace. Yeah.
It's probably a very pretty woman, and that like you're taking her rough and Molly self in there and Trundle and the whole scene and stuff. So cute.
But yeah,
we meet Gay here, who is the line captain woman, Miss Gay, who is the only woman that we never see in any state of undress in this whole movie, mind you. The big gay distinction. But she is the one that's essentially sort of in charge of the dancers, and she is telling Nomi, like, what do you like to eat? And Nomi's like, I liked it. And she's like, brown rice and vegetables. That's what you like to eat?
Yes.
And she's like, don't go outside. Sun bad. Like,
Oh, that's right. Yes.
costumes, your responsibility. Don't take him home, though. We'll arrest you.
Yeah, it's kind of a hilarious buzzkill. Like stay inside, stay cooped up inside, eating horrid brown rice and vegetables. Welcome to your life.
Stay skinny and pretty.
Welcome to your fairy tale. Yeah, exactly.
Yes. She's then funneled off to HR where she's kind of reticent to answer personal questions about like home, family, social security number stuff.
Can I say something before we go to that? Gay does establish herself as a very stable person because Nomi asks her, how did you meet your husband? And she says, oh, I chipped my tooth on a Quaalude, what is a Quaalude?
Oh, that's a powerful like 70s drug or something, isn't it? Like,
powerful tranquilizer.
60s.
Oh, okay.
That's what like Wolf of Wall Street, when he's like dragging himself out of his Lamborghini or trying to drive, like he's on Quaaludes. Like it was very popular. I think it was full on stopped like by pharmacies even manufacturing them because they essentially like either the risk outweighed the reward or like they just were replaced by newer quote models of pills that were less addictive or less like dangerous or such. Frankly,
it's described as a sedative hypnotic. To give you a sense, it's a powerful drug.
I think they were big pills too, so that's probably why like I chipped my tooth on a Quaalude.
Yeah,
like,
and then it turns out her dentist ended up being her husband. So we get the sense just from that dialogue that she's kind of stable. She's got her shit together. So we kind of like her. She's kind of together.
But it didn't start that way with the Quaalude thing because that's a party girl anecdote.
I kind of wondered if that meant that she was date raped. And I like got knocked up, and that's how she met her husband.
Jesus, that's dark. I don't know about that.
Damn, Tommy.
I kind of wondered if it was actually something like it was kind of like, ha ha. That's how I met my husband. I chipped my tooth on a Quaalude.
She got her tooth repaired on that Epstein Island dentist room thing that we saw now.
By Dr. Epstein.
With Dr. Phil's face up in the Epstein Island room.
The only reason I would say that wasn't the case is because the music is fun and touching and very sweet. Like here's a person that's stable of all of the ridiculousness,
Well,
but anyway,
I think it showed you like the one person that maybe got out of the life like kind of fine because again, party girl anecdote. I was on Quaaludes, chipped my tooth, woo, blacked out. But then my dentist doctor man was like, let's take care of you as a person.
It is also a setup for a meet cute. So there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that. Maybe it's that.
I assume she seems pretty stable on that, but yes, now she's at HR where she's like, oh, Personal information. I love that. I love to give that to people.
Where are you from, Nomi?
Nobody's fist clenches under the table. It's just,
Fight it.
And don't storm out.
Oh my gosh.
she kind of says about social security number. She's like, I will get back to you. I totally have one of those for sure.
And where were you born? And was she? Oh, she says New York.
Yeah, New York comes up.
Because then she says New York, New York, and she's yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That seems right. Yeah.
Where I'm from. Yep. So yeah, she panics at having to reveal very personal information and her origin and all that.
The woman also asks her next of kin or something.
Oh yeah, where we find out, or at least in this story, they're all dead. Like in her cover story, whatever happens there. But.
Yeah, and she says, "I don't have any family." And then the woman asks, "Deceased?" And she says, "Yes." So that's like the most that we've gotten out of her history from her. Yeah.
She runs into Zach again. Once again, mispronounces Versace as Versace. Zach, though, a gentleman, plays it cool. Corrects her on in. Kind of sets him up as what it appears at first as a good guy in the midst of all this. So, we transition to on stage. It's a rehearsal, right? Nomi's she's struggling with the routine. It's kind of one of the first times we really see her struggling while dancing.
Yes, another amazing and classic scene.
Another great
Well, I think we skipped a little bit because you're talking about she's in the full show, like the volcano set thing right now.
No, the rehearsal.
This is the rehearsal.
Well, they put her in the rehearsal thing,
yeah.
where this is another example of she observes this dance for moments, and then they're like, "Hop in there, Nomi!" Get in there,
It's so fun to watch.
Yeah, but
I think.
Yeah.
It is fun. It just seems crazy and unrealistic, like that, Julia Stiles dancing movie, or some of those Bring It Ons, or some just crazy bullshit where it's it just as absurd as this movie already is. It's just one of those absurdist elements where she just hops in and starts doing full choreography and just be like, I just learned this right now.
Yeah. But I have to say, I don't know how you guys felt, but I was rooting for her in the scene.
Yeah.
It's like, come on,
yeah, absolutely.
Nomi, let them have it.
Oh yeah. She was kind of. She put in a very vulnerable position multiple times and played for a fool multiple times, and now this is her chance, and we see her struggling, and so of course we want her to succeed.
There's a tiny little ginger gay man that's like, arm too high, not that low.
The other Miss Gay.
Yeah,
exactly.
We have some representation here.
Yes. Oh yeah, and that's another classic little line there where they're rehearsing and Nomi does this one turn with her hands on her hips, and he's like, Nomi, do a PK turn, and then she's like, and then he's like, that's it, keep going, better. I'm just screaming, thinking, oh my god, I can't do this. They're stressing me out. Come on, Nomi, I know you can do it. I can't. You can.
She's really going along with the routine, and we get another just famous line of thrust it, thrust it, thrust it.
Yes.
They're just pats her on her sweating abdomen. It's like, there you go.
Yelling at her pelvis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Berating her pelvis. Thrust it! I love that scene.
Tiny gay. Well, this is when, after she's kind of laying there sweating and is like, well, I'm beat. That's enough for today. They're like, well, you're starting the show tonight. Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
My muscles will love that. But as she's processing that, Tiny Gay goes off stage to talk to Tony, the show producer guy, and it's remarked that Nomi is all pelvic thrusts, and Tony remarks that can't be learned in any class.
She prowls. They don't teach it in any class,
But what about dance class? What about jazz class?
What about jazz? What about jazz tap?
Class
what about tap jazz tap?
Pelvic jazz tap class.
This is not called classes. It's called goddess.
The producer was right. See, there you go. We thought he was just being an ass. No, he was right. Yeah.
It's called goddess. Yeah.
Not classes.
So she's still in this whirlwind of a fucking day because this has gone crazy for her. And now there are chimps loose in her dressing room as she's starting her day one, like trying to get ready in here. And there are people calling each other sluts and just getting mad and like slinging things at each other. Like it's I've had workplaces like this.
It's a lot of it's a hilarious moment where you have multiple this elements of wildness running across the room. You got monkeys and you got agitated, on edge cast members calling each other sluts. It's a jungle scene.
And is this the scene where they announce that there is actually poop on stage left or something?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, like, well, don't step to the left.
Yeah. Is this the part with the kids too, or no?
No, that's soon.
Okay,
This is basically set up for this. These two dancers do not like each other, and they are fighting. And after one of them squirts the other with something, the other lunges at them, and they like have a fight physically, and then they're broken up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they're calling each other. They're reading each other about how slutty they are.
Yeah.
Yes. One's like, "I'm a slut. You fucked the pizza guy," and he's like, "You fucked the UPS.
You fucked the meter reader."
Yeah, the meter reader. Yeah.
It's like, atta girl.
But it's another very frantic scene too. And just we find out, oops, monkey shit on the stage. So as they're going up the stairs to the stage, which it's a very imposing stairway too, right? It's as we saw earlier when Nomi was shadowing Molly through the craziness, right? They're lined up on the stage about to go up there, and one of the choreographers just giving a lot of like frantic instructions real quick, and one of them is poop in this one quadrant of the stage. You better watch out for it. And it's just like bam, 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 and Nomi's just been thrown into the show that day, and it's just so much is coming out all at once, and just for this one moment, it's like it. Does she have it? You know, is she really the it girl? You know, like she seems like she's got the natural, magic, but oh, geez, yeah, this, there's monkey shit on the stage.
And the camera work is following her up the stairs, and then they talk about the shit on the stage, and then the camera follows her backstage to the side of the stage to where she's walking out for the first time with the whole audience in front, which is another really cool moment because you feel like you're her.
Yeah. And just before that, ice for her nipples.
Oh,
They had a bowl of ice, and
the old nipple
she
ice,
looks at it like, ugh, but then takes one and primes her nipples. She's accepted this now. So it's a moment. She's in.
Yeah. She didn't like it.
Yeah,
she was just like, begrudgingly.
But she's now accepted it. It's like, okay, now she's learning the ropes. Kind of learning the reality. So and then we have the show. It's wild. It's
and with the audience really not knowing if she's doing well or not.
Yeah.
It's done. The movie is letting you know how well she's doing through Molly on the side, because Molly at first goes, "Oh no," which makes you think, "Oh no, she's not doing well."
Oh no.
And then a few more moves, we're like, "It looks good." Molly, what do you think? And then Molly appears again. She's like, "Yeah." We're like, "Okay, good."
Oh, all right, yeah. Because she like slips once, but other than that, it's like we don't know if it's good or not. I guess. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And the breasts are abounding on stage again. Yeah, like they're just out constantly on this show. Anytime this show is running, those titties are out. Like it is. Molly looks on very proudly. Yeah, probably thinking Nomi was just some weird bipolar parking lot vomit goblin who would have died to traffic if not for her. But now like looks is like, oh, look at her.
And that is true. But she can dance. That goblin can dance.
Yeah.
And the camera stays on her on stage more, because instead of like a full shot of the entire stage, it's her with her dance partner, because he has like longer hair, and it stays with her. Even it cuts to Crystal coming out of the volcano, but then the camera comes back to her to where you see her starting to get undressed, and then when the crazy dance happens, it cuts back to the white again for you to feel like you're in her spot on the stage, which I think is great.
After the show, backstage, some flowers for Nomi. We find out they're from Zach. So, more Zach the gentleman. Interesting.
But then James shows up
Take a shot, everyone.
for some fucking reason.
And he's rude again because he's trying to get her attention and they're not paying him attention. And so he like claps twice behind them to get their attention. It's like, damn.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
almost like doing a snap or something like, hey, pay attention to me. So he doesn't get any more likable.
No, every scene he's in is just wire men, like essentially, like. And this one is no exception for sure. Like he's like, "Hello, I saw you living your life without me."
That's what he should have.
Yeah.
Nomi calls him out on having sex with Penny, to which he responds, another great line, "I have a problem with pussy. What are you gonna do?" And I guess that is true.
Well, before
guess he
that, the
does.
first thing he says is, "Oh, who are the flowers from?" And she switches them from one arm to another, and the flowers hit him in the face.
Yeah.
Which I think is very nice. And then she says, "None of your business." I'm like, "Good. That's what I would have said. No,
Atta
you
girl.
better not tell him anything."
Accurate. Yeah.
Atta girl.
Yeah.
And then he goes on to like try to, I don't know, make things right. He's like, "I did write that song for you, and I did tell that slut that she had talent to fuck her, but those were two different things." Like,
I lied about all those things, but this was true.
you're like, "Oh, James, buddy, like, I don't know if this apology's going great so far, but like."
Well, full honesty, I don't know. Yeah, jeez.
And like Nomi, to her credit, just like, "Who you fuck is your business. Like, I don't know what's happening with you right now and us, but just not to make it my business." And
But he calls Zach a pimp. He's just kind of floundering here. Yeah.
oh, he's absolutely floundering.
Yeah.
He says like, "Well, it's not like I'm making any money for this number I wrote for you. I might as well touch a little pussy or something." And Nomi's like, "Why are we?" Okay.
Yeah, he's not as much of a smooth talker.
It's the opposite of smooth. Every time he talks, like his mouth just like kicks himself in the balls every time we have this happen. But
Yeah. The divergent trajectories that they're on are just getting really glaring at this point, right? You know, she's just had a successful show, and here he is still full of his same old shit. You know, just yeah.
I think for
So
sure
it's
we
just-
earmarked
yeah.
what he mentioned about like the Zach Pimp thing, because it is like so much of what James says is bullshit, but like he's not wrong a lot of the times
yeah.
in his like, again, stupidly phrased or whatever thing's going on.
He's right for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
You know, his reasons for being right are that he's somehow better than he is, and that's not true.
Yeah, well, because
You know,
there are moments like when he said before he gets fired, where he's talking about, hey, you know, at least you're honest. You give them tits and ass. Here they pretend like they want tits and ass, but then you give them tits and ass. That was a very telling thing. Like, oh, this guy knows the business here in Vegas. And then in this one, by him talking about Zach as a pimp, and she's like, no, he's the entertainment director. As I said, a pimp. It made me think, watching it, going, he probably knows what he's talking about. It's too bad that all the other ridiculousness is thrown in there.
Exactly.
Well.
He can't get out of his own way.
Yeah, exactly. He's kind of right. He's kind of right. You know, but it's just he's just kind of buffooning his way through this. You
He
know,
has some of the right messages delivered the most stupid ways you could possibly try to deliver said messages. Like,
yeah.
And it makes us question Zach just a tiny bit. Like, we don't really like James, but we're going to just kind of put that in our little pocket, what he said.
You're a little dog. You're that or whatever. Or
Yeah,
something
dog ear. We're going to dog ear that.
Yeah.
Actually know how to do dog ears in books. Have you ever done it?
Is it just like folding a corner down? What are we talking about?
No, you have to fold it and do a little extra thing.
Oh my
show you
God.
later.
Oh my. There's lore. I thought it was just folding a corner down. Like,
I've been fucking books up this entire time.
anyways, yeah. Shit. My problem with pussy. Like,
Well, that's our show, everyone.
so Nomi goes into work and finds Crystal alone in the auditorium. I don't know if she's been like sent in there and is like, somebody wants you, but like she's supposed to help Nomi with her turns is the thing.
When after the show, our flamboyant gay choreographer mentions that Nomi was a little off in some of the moments, and that someone's going to help her with that the next morning. Just kind of throws it out there. You know, it doesn't really doesn't mention who, but just someone's going to help you next morning. but no, it's Crystal. Just, yeah. And they're alone on the stage. It's totally empty. So it's a very imposing rehearsal space, for sure. You got the stage light just right on them too. So it's, it's, the effect of the light, it's oddly isolated and secluded, even though it could not be in a more enormous room, so yeah.
And that's when Crystal says something like, when she's stepping on stage, because Nomi's on there by herself, and Crystal walks in giving some wisdom about, to be the last one on stage or something, and then you'll get the part, like push and shove your way or something like that.
Yeah. What the line is, what was it? Just
was it later? I don't know if I have that here right now, but yeah, I mean, there's definitely that.
She says it later too, but
just shove him out of the way, or just shove him down.
Yeah,
push him down.
Push him down and do everything you can, like fight your way through or something like that, and be the last one standing, and and you'll get the part.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
but she's trying to get back in Nomi's good graces because she says, like, we got off on the wrong foot. Like, they're not even going to do rehearsal practice at first. She's going to take her out to eat, to lunch, essentially, to talk and do some stuff. And it's a very flirty lunch.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah. Well, before they go to the lunch, she says, "Yeah, I'm going to take you to lunch. I don't feel like rehearsing right now." And Nomi says, "What? Aren't you going to eat brown rice and vegetables?" And she says, "No, we're going to eat over here next to Versace."
Well, no, Nomi, it's worse than that. When you call it Versace, Nomi looks at the menu and goes, "I don't know what any of this is." And that's when, Crystal's like, "I'll order for you." And Nomi's like, "Is it going to be brown rice and vegetables?" Yeah, she's worried because this is like her first week or whatever. I mean, on the job, like she's like, "I can't break the rules. You can't order me a filet tenderloin mignon." Yeah, like whatever.
Which this scene at the restaurant is the first entire scene that I memorized because I watched it so many times. It was just amazing.
It's
amazing.
All of the chemistry that she and James don't have, she and what's her name
Crystal.
here do have. Yeah, Crystal have great chemistry in this, and it's like the flirtiness of Gina Gershon and stuff and how it plays out is just so great. I want to say in all of these because she pushes her twice because she's like, do you like brown rice and vegetables? Nomi essentially being like, do you want me to order that for you? And Nomi's like, yeah, of course. Like, that's what we're supposed to. And then she's like, really, Nomi? And I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, really? Like, it tastes like dog food. It's worse than dog food. Yeah. And then they bond a little bit. And so she like, I don't know. There are just moments of like actually where they connect in like dialogue and chemistry. Whereas like, again, James and Nomi just like bounce off each other with sparks and shit. It's like they don't intertwine or they don't have like an actual connection.
Yeah. Like, the awkward dance between James and Nomi where it's like they're kind of mirroring each other. But Crystal and Nomi are actually far more mirrors of each other, and it's why it's so awkward with James and Nomi. But Crystal and Nomi, it's just they have this very just there's chemistry, sexual tension. It's just
Is there a word that's the lesbian version of homoerotic? Because that's what they have when they're dancing.
Lesbo-erotic,
sapphic, maybe like
sapphic. Yeah. They have a lot of sapphic tension.
Yeah,
they have a lot of sapphic tension.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
So watching that scene, yes, they have that really great heavy chemistry, and then she says, "I've had dog food." You have? Yeah, I used doggy chow. I used to love doggy chow. I used to love doggy chow too. And I'm thinking in the audience, is this like a woman thing that all women have eaten dog food?
Or if it was just, they're both from the same kind of hard scrabble background, and maybe that like they both had that story, trying to get by.
I took it as like, you know what puppy chow is? It's like that like sugar coated like dessert-esque thing. It's like Chex Mix or something underneath it. Well, like when I was a kid, one of my like parents' friends had that on the table, and I ate some. And I was like, "This is delicious." And they're like, "You just ate puppy chow, Kyle," and I was like, I just what? Yeah,
So you could have been in that scene and
So-
said, "I've had doggy
So
chow
I
too."
assume that's what they're talking about. Like, have you guys? Is this foreign to both of you? Like,
Yes, I'm so jealous that you've had doggy chow, puppy chow.
It's delicious. Yeah. I don't think dog food I've seen has sugar coating on it. Yeah, but
Are you from different places, Kyle?
I'm from different places than you. Somewhere out east. You wouldn't know of it. Yeah, like, Winchesterton, Fieldville, USA.
But they both at one point of this they're eating chips, and they both eat chips in the same way, just like mirroring each other. They both bring it up to their mouth and just eat it and just like
and they
savor
do a
it.
toast with it too.
Yeah.
Like they snap each other's.
Yeah.
They
chip at the
did
very
do a
beginning.
little weird chip snap
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Jesus, yeah, I don't know. That was, it's a very, it's sappically erotic, like, just lunch thing going on here. And Crystal just kind of, whether from the champagne or whatever, just starts talking about her life. And she's like, oh, I used to be Chrissy Lou Connors with small tits, but surgery and paint can work wonders. And
Yes.
stuff. Like, and I'm going to cite this as more evidence for the champagne. Crystal remarks Nomi has great tits and that she loves a good pair of tits. And I have down Nomi, not quite so lesbianically, when asked if she loves great tits, replies she likes having great tits. So she likes perhaps being the attention from Crystal. I don't know if Nomi herself is like really, and again, it's all the spectrum of the scale or whatever, but I don't know how much Nomi's attracted to Crystal versus likes being the object of attention, as we see a lot in this movie. I mean, whether from men or from the show or from the whatever. I mean, her ultimate goal is to be the showgirl, the biggest showgirl in Vegas. And so I don't know. Obviously, they have some interesting things, and we'll talk more about her current Crystal's relationship as it goes on. But Crystal's full on horny for this thing, and Nomi is like kind of in. Like she enjoys the tete-a-tate,
She enjoys the chase.
the back and forth, the chase, the fun bits here, and so it's
because Crystal says, you have nice tits, and when Nomi says, I like having nice tits, then Crystal comes back with, how do you like having them? And then Nomi says, in a tight dress or in a nice dress or a tight top. And then she says, you like to show, I have to do it like I have a drink. You like to show them off.
Yeah, she does. I think even Nomi denies that at first, where she's like, what do you mean? And Crystal's like, you know what I mean. How do you like your titties? And she's like, sunny side. I mean, like in a tight tube top. Yeah. Like
Sunny
Sorry, we were watching Pink Flamingos last night.
Yeah. So, and then she says, you like to show them off. And then Nomi says, I didn't like showing them off at the cheetah. And then Crystal says, why not? I like looking at him there. Everybody like looking at him there. So, yeah, they're just talking about that and then talking about how they're whores. And Nomi doesn't like that. I could go on. I didn't know if y'all had notes on that because I know this entire conversation. So
No, it's very interesting. It's an interesting thought on that because this is one of the times where Nomi actually talks about the way the cheetah makes her feel versus say anything else, and it can be. You can be doing perhaps the same thing because, again, maybe James isn't wrong. This is still a tits and ass show or whatever else. But it may seem classier or you may feel more comfortable doing it because of this and that. And some things are looked at as skeezy and sleazy, like Crystal being like, I'm in the goddess show with my tits and ass out. What you do isn't dancing or art over there at the cheetah and stuff. And, the lines we draw and in the sand for ourselves is just, it's arbitrary to a degree.
Yeah.
And that's where where Nomi is, like, here's my line. Like, I kind of felt dirty doing it here. I kind of feel elevated and attention, like people watching me and stuff. And I like it here in this level, whatever.
And it's like Crystal is toying with that line, like, are you sure that you think there's a line between the two, or do you really feel this noble about it, just like, kind of playing with her idealism a bit in a way,
well, because Nomi says, I didn't like showing them at the cheetah, and she says, why not? Everybody like looking at them there, and Nomi says, it made me feel like a whore. And Crystal says, well, we're all whores, darling. And then Nomi says, well, maybe you are a whore, Crystal, but I'm not. And Crystal says, no, we're all doing the same thing. We take the cash, we cash the check, we show them what they want to see. And then Nomi says, well, maybe you are a whore, Crystal, but I'm not. And she says, you and me, we're exactly alike, which is a really great scene there.
Yeah.
Well, Nomi says she'll never be like her.
Right.
End of it too.
Oh, and by the way, have y'all noticed that during that scene, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's a directing thing or what, but Nomi starts drinking her champagne by dipping her fingers in it and then sucking her fingers.
No.
Yes.
That, I don't know how I didn't notice that in this extremely lesbian scene, but if true, yeah, I mean, just like getting your two fingers wet while like you're having like the flirtiest discussion with this. Oh my gosh, I need to go back and watch that.
Yeah, because then at the end, she takes her fingers and she flings the champagne into Crystal's face.
She loves flinging liquid in people's faces too. Like she loves a storm off, and she loves a good face liquid situation. Whether it's like
Atta
spit
girl.
from a cup, like from an upended like a waiter tray or something. Like, God, she loves these things. This is what Nomi lives for. Yeah,
Yes.
moistening other people
Yes.
and being the trauma.
Kyle,
Breakdance
you and
fighting.
Nomi are exactly alike.
Nothing like it. But if you tell me I'm talented, then dance practice time now, though. Crystal offers her the best piece of advice she's ever gotten. This is the big one. I think that you were, or at least I don't know if she like mentioned a bit of it earlier, but she lays it out here. She's like, if somebody gets in your way, is what she was told, step on them.
Step on them.
If you're the only one left standing at the end, they'll hire you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's when she said. I thought it
Yeah.
was when they first got on the stage. You're right. Yeah, that's when they said it.
Yeah.
And
But,
this is, I mean,
very
that's a great
sensual.
lead-in, and it's something you could dwell on itself, frankly. But then it becomes this, very sensual duet, like dance scene. Of,
Very sensuous rehearsal. Yeah. Yeah. Very.
And then, of course, the titties come out again from
Yes.
Nomi. And I remember watching it for the first time in the theater going, oh, my God. Titties
Again.
Titties again. This is a lot of titties.
I mean, this time they were ripped open too. Like Krista, like kind of like gently scooched the sleeves down at first, and then was like, bam, and then just rips from the midline, and is like, Nomi's tits out. And Nomi's not that against it. Again, she's like kind of bought into this, but it's only like she strokes him. She has a thing. She's whatever. It's only when Crystal sort of leans in, is like, you see, darling, you are a whore. Like, just blows up her own spot. Like, it's like Crystal can't fucking help herself in that moment because she's got Nomi right where she wants her. But instead of maybe fucking her, or instead of like having what she wants, Crystal's like, this would be so fucking funny if I just like.
But yeah, like Nomi is always trying to elevate herself, and this is like her conflict with everyone around her, as everyone else is just trying to bring her down to some notion of reality as they understand it. Reality always being something more whorish. Right, and
I think
that's Nomi's struggle, is escaping that.
Yeah, and Crystal has to win. She has to convince her, oh no, I'm telling you the truth and I'm going to win this conversation, which of course causes Nomi to storm out, and then everyone takes a shot.
Nomi storms off.
Storms out, yeah.
Take another drink, everyone.
Yeah.
Nomi calls her a bitch and storms off.
Yeah.
Even,
Oh, that's right.
So,
yeah.
wow.
And she never just says it. It has to be a almost like a bite.
Yeah.
Like a lunge when she says it and then storms off.
Yeah. She attacks that storming off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild. I don't know if they got halfway through the movie with this acting style and they were like, well, we got to keep shooting it this way now or something with her. Like, can't give her notes anymore. Like, I guess, like.
Or. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we're backstage again before another show, right? More frantic energy. One of the girls has her kids with her, and they're annoying.
Well, they just want to see the monkeys.
They're kids.
Yeah, we now have inquisitive children that want to go hang out with the monkeys.
They are just kids being kids, and there are monkeys, and kids like monkeys.
Yes, but there's also half-naked women walking around everywhere, titties out.
It's a wild environment for two small children, for sure. Yeah. for sure. And these are the two squabbling castmates from before, and now even more animosity. The one with kids is trying to get her makeup on, not really tending to her children, and the other is just really irritated by the second about these damn kids and them wanting to see the monkeys, and just snaps at the kids, and one of them starts crying. And
she literally says, "Shut the fuck up," which we've all wanted to tell children,
right.
multiple times.
which we were rooting for her when she said it from the audience. Admittedly,
well, because the little girl's like, "I want to see the monkeys. I want to see the monkeys." She won't shut up.
We feel bad at realizing this after she says it.
And the little girl's like, "She said the F word." And the other dancer's like, "Shut the fuck up." Like, I did say that. If you didn't hear me, here it is again. Like, essentially, like prompting the actual mother of the kids to like pick up the crying children and have to walk off and be like, "I will console my children. You just told to shut the fuck up."
Yeah,
like,
but she gives her a glare as she's holding her little girl. She's just looking at her like, "Oh, this isn't over, bitch."
It gives her a real evil look, for sure. Yeah.
But we secretly were glad that she yelled at the little girl to shut up.
Exactly.
I don't want to say she had it coming, but but she said no monkeys. You stop asking her.
Let's see, one of the producers approaches Nomi with an offer for this $1,000 for a photo shoot, quote unquote, photo shoot. Seems too good an offer to be true. Nomi's immediately interested. The producer, did he disclose that Crystal set it up? That this was Crystal who recommended
Crystal
her for
recommended
it?
you, and she's like, "Thanks, Crystal." And
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you're welcome.
Just looking out for you, or something like that, darling.
Yeah. Molly is immediately concerned. It wants to warn Nomi against it, and while she's doing this, Crystal keeps trying to distract her into her changing room.
Molly, I need you.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it does eventually warn Nomi, like, don't take the gig. Girls who do this just come to regret it. So she's clearly concerned, but it's $1,000, so yeah.
So she asks a coworker. She's like, "Did you like it when you went?" And the coworker says, "That? Oh, sure, I liked it. Just
Yeah.
Totally. But it was enough for Nomi because we see her there next. Like, she's dancing on that yacht in her little glittery, I don't know, revealing outfit thing. I don't know exactly what you call that because there's like little squares of like gemstones or whatever on her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're beautiful. The choreography is great. Like, all the choreography in this is really good. But this one, it's like the camera doesn't cut. Not with James. Not with James.
That's exactly the scenes that jump to mind were the James scenes. Like, but you're right. Every scene that doesn't involve James, I did have no problem with the choreography. Like,
yeah.
But so we have this photo shoot. The photo shoot happens. And then it seems like everything's great. Hey, it's just a photo shoot. What's the big deal? But then the proposition happens. The producer shows up with like a Japanese businessman or whatnot, and for a little bit of private alone time afterwards. And suddenly
they're going to go to Caesar Sing.
Yeah.
A very, very high roller.
Apparently,
he's stated to be.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Get your shot glasses ready, everyone. Nomi storms off.
I think she throws the drink in his face too, doesn't she? Like,
does she? I don't exactly.
She might not this time.
This was after the
they
photo
were just
shoot.
chatting because they were standing in like a circle. Like, I think they had drinks in her. Effectively.
Yeah.
She loves to do this. She got to do both of her favorite things this scene. So good for her. Like,
do not give her a glass filled with liquid.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, I'm kind of for Nomi in the scene because they promised them just to do this, and now they're just tacking this on for them to go with it, which is not necessarily on their contract.
Yeah.
So for Nomi, I'm like, yes, you, because he specifically, when she storms off, he says, Nomi, you agreed to this. She said, yes, this, and she points, this. She says it twice, and then she storms off. So I'm like, good for her.
Yeah.
She might be a whore, as Crystal says, but she's not a slut. She's not easy. She doesn't just sleep around.
Did you ever hear about the Redskins stuff, like the Washington, like now they're called the Commanders or whatever after this, but the previous owner, his name was Dan Snyder, and he would like fly out these cheerleaders of his, and they would be, he would fly them to like islands or places and then take their passports and then essentially make them do whatever he wanted for the weekend with his high rollers and stuff.
Wow.
And they were in these situations. They were like, I don't want to do this, but I'm here for my job. Like they were here for like marketing or for like calendar shots or for whatever they thought. But then they got this shit sprung on them. So this happens, and it's like, oh my God, wow.
There's a reason you carry a switchblade.
You know, maybe Noma's right.
Maybe every problem does require a switchblade. So,
Just the final scene of him. Yeah, Noma's
yeah.
Well, time to clean house here.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. But Nomi is always resisting the blowjob for job security dilemma. Like she resists that. You know, or at this point, she has still resisted that. So, So, atta girl. After this, we cut to her with Zach, confronting him about what happened, and he's talking about his MBA and whatnot. And she asks, what's an MBA? And he's kind of taken aback like this, like. Oh, well, an MBA and is trying to like start describing it, and then I forget exactly what happens, but at some point she interjects about what happened with the photo shoot. But it's another one of these moments where you realize her socioeconomic place, right? This is just she does not have knowledge of academia, or like the structure of graduate education. So she doesn't know what an MBA is. She's not stupid, but she's naive of these things. So another one of these moments where we kind of get a glimpse of like the background of the person, even though she's very evasive about this. Like it kind of seeps through, But she is incensed at what happened, and Zach presents himself as a sympathetic ear to this. He reacts in a way that is he's indignant and incensed that this would happen to her. He whips out his large mid-90s phone, his big cancer-causing brick, dials a number and is chastising the person on the other end, demanding that they come to him immediately for them to be dressed down by him. And he shows up. Zach scolds him, and Nomi's very impressed by this. And once again, he's burnishing his gentleman credentials, or so we think.
Well, when he asked the guy to demands him to step in there to have a conversation with him, when he hangs up and is waiting for him to arrive, that's when he explains what the MBA is.
Yeah.
And he says it's kind of useless. Something
about business and whatnot, but it's just like it's explaining it to a child essentially.
But when I heard that line, I thought to myself, okay, the writer wants us to know right now two specific things. One, he hates Garth Brooks, because at the beginning it's like I don't know anybody who likes him, and then in this one, it's this degree of blah blah blah, but it's pretty useless in the real world. It's like, ow, okay. The writer wants us to know these two specific things. You can really tell.
My read on that was this was Zach simping a bit. This was Zach like kind of self-deprecating to seem more charming and approachable to Nomi. It's like it seemed like a manipulative gesture, really, but because as we're about to find, Zach is a skis ball too, right? He puts on this show of scolding the producer, wanted to lure Nomi to a setup for a proposition, and after Nomi leaves, calls the guy back and is like, yeah, that was just a joke. Yeah, things are going along with it. So it's a gross moment.
Well, it is, because it finally solidifies that Zach is a part of this system that's already a well-oiled machine, and if a new person comes in not liking how it's run, they're gonna, just cater to that person. But because eventually, in his head, Nomi's going to be okay with it, just like the ice,
or be cycled out. I mean,
or cycled out. Yeah.
And they see her as just naive and ignorant, and
a number,
and can be played. Yeah. So it's a gross moment for sure. Let's see.
Yeah, it's all for show. He calls Phil and is like, "Get back up here, Phil, you dumb fuck."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nomi returns to the dressing area and very, very snidely thanks Crystal, quote unquote, for the opportunity.
As Crystal has this big, fluffy, almost 90, and shaving. Shaving with shaving cream on her legs, like.
Nowhere near a bath or shower. Yeah, you just got that bowl of water you're working with.
Yeah, but in that outfit, it's like, if you get that wet, you're gonna ruin it.
I felt like that it very much gave the notion that Crystal lives here. She just lives here. That's how natural her presence is here. She just is just shaving her legs. Because she just lives here, like it's just, this is her place, just short of spitting on the floor.
Yeah.
So, we have another show.
Showtime.
Yeah. This is is this the leather show? Is this the black leather show?
I don't know if I noted that one here. I do know that Crystal pops up looking snatched and radiant, wearing not much more than a veil and a smile to start.
That's right.
Here.
I think this is like the white show. Like
right,
they're like
oh yes.
Yeah, this is like the heavenly show, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
The goddess part.
Oh, it is because like the crystal
show.
sort of like chandelier spheres get thrown out here by. This is where the dancer squabbles come to a head because that angry side eye from the mom holding the daughter, she clearly knowing where they're going to be stepping at one point throws out a little clear spheres here to trip somebody up, and Nomi sees this.
Yeah. They're more tension between the two backstage, and it literally spills onto the stage during rehearsal.
Yeah, because when they're going up the stairs, she's looking at her. The mom, the dancer mom, is looking at her. She just looks back at her and says, "What are you looking at, bitch?"
Yeah. It's pretty. There is tension, and this is where we get the spilled pearls on the stage. The mom dancer kind of sneaks it into her outfit, right? And during a gesture, like a big flowing gesture with her arms, lets it loose while no one's looking, and the guy holding her nemesis up in the air during a maneuver steps on it, slips, sends her nemesis to the floor, and it's a nasty crunch and thud, and she is very injured.
As everyone else continues dancing because the show must go on. And Crystal's floating into the air, and everyone else is dancing while she's on the floor.
Yeah, step over. That's the advice.
Yeah. The mother dancer, when they see what happened, is very, very smugly concerned. Like, oh no, I hope she's okay. Somebody help her.
How could this have gotten here? Yeah.
How could this have happened?
Now, the one thing that I'm wondering is, when the show is over and all the lights are on, she's still in the same position where she fell, and the place is empty. So did they just have the show go on, and the lights went up, and the 10, 15 minutes of everyone to leave, and they just kind of left her there like, let's just wait till the last person leaves. Now let's run over to her. You know, it was just so weird when you think about it.
Brutal moment, of the show going on. Yeah, exactly. So
she's real injured.
Yeah,
this is she
super
broke her knee. I don't really know how you even do that necessarily, but for 3 months she's at least out, if not gone forever, frankly.
So it probably ruins her as a dancer, and it's brutal. She got taken out by her nemesis and one of her peers. So yeah.
But Nomi is told when she's backstage that her mother is here, and Nomi's like, my mother? And then the woman that told her was like, well, for your sake, I hope not. But because it turns out to be, it's Henrietta. It is the large, the peekaboo tits.
And the owner of the cheetah is there. Yeah.
Oh, Al. There, who has probably the best line of the movie in this scene.
God, yes. Because keep in mind, the music is sweet because this is remember
touching
them?
moment.
It's so touching of a
People
moment.
who remember her from her past.
They came to see her in the show. They're so sweet.
Yeah.
It's so sweet.
Yeah. And Al just looks at her. And
Don't say it yet. No, because we have to at least say the sweet parts because it's so sweet. Like Henrietta and Al are both like, oh man, we miss you. The club misses you. Like, we're really happy for your success. Like, Al pulls her aside and is like, I saw the show. Like, you're really great and stuff. And it's like, it really is like a touching moment because they both were like, you'll be back. And like, even if you blow me, I won't let you back and stuff. But they're like, oh, look, they support her and her success and like, wow. And then they turn to leave.
Oh, no, not
but
yet.
Al
not
turns
yet.
back around.
Not yet. There's another great line that Henrietta says.
Okay.
Because he's like, she's like, wow, look at her. She looks great, doesn't she? And he's like, yeah. She's like, and he's like, yeah, she looks fine. She's like, what are you talking about? She looks better than a 10-inch dick, and you know it.
She does say
Like,
that.
yes, that's a good line from her. Yes.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks better than a 10-inch dick.
But anyways, we get through this whole touching scene after. I guess we start rough, and then we in the middle we find it, and then we end rough because at the end, Al turns around after delivering a very "You're great. I'm glad you're successful," and then he turns around and he kind of thoughtfully says, it must be weird not having anybody come on you.
Aw.
Yeah. It's like,
That brought a tear to my eye.
like,
I had to get the Kleenex for
he
that.
really thought and like put himself in her shoes for a little bit and is like, man, I guess at your new job,
People don't come on
people
you.
don't come on you. And that must be so weird for you.
It must be sad. It shows.
Like, it's the craziest thing to fucking say to anybody ever. But like, so like when you say this movie's quotable, that one probably will stay with me forever because yes, what? What?
Get a sense of his frame of reference here.
And like it's okay to think those things, but as you're like you've already said the sweet things. You're leaving. It's over now. You don't have to say this.
You've been come on so many times. What's it like now? How are you holding up?
Is your life less sticky? Know me now that you don't know me anymore. Like,
And after he says it and he's walking off, the camera cuts back to her and she's just giving this like, aww. She even has her hands up like in a prayer position, almost like she's about to go to sleep. Like, oh,
it's wild
so
because
sweet.
we have to act like this is a normal thing to like before we just move on and it's gone now. Like,
oh my god!
no, but it's Jesus Christ. But immediately, like not a minute later, I feel like Nomi goes for a ride with Zach in his dumb sports car and just asks like, "Where to?" And she's like, "Let's go to your place." So they end up at his house. Nomi remarks, largely out of nowhere, to Zach, "I liked it when you came. I liked your eyes."
Yeah.
Then she just walks out to the backyard and strips herself naked. And that's how that conversation went. Like,
Yeah. Well, she does ask him if he likes Crystal because they're
Yeah.
pouring drinks,
Yeah,
and he says,
pouring champagne.
"Yeah,"
like-
and
like
he
Cristal,
says,
you know,
"I like
yeah.
all kinds of champagne.
Ooh, he's a smooth talker. Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a nice place. The pool's amazing with all the neon palm trees."
Yeah, weird neon palm tree like aesthetic.
yeah.
I don't know about that, but yeah, it's fine. Like it's a choice, so we'll see.
You don't know about that.
Yep.
What's there not to love?
I would
about
like
this?
my pool to look like a Bahama Bucks where teenagers work half-assedly with like these neon fucking palm trees on the side. Like,
you have no taste. I
okay.
that was great.
Yep. But luckily, as she gets naked and gets in the pool, then he decides to join, so we get to see some male buttocks.
Yeah.
After all these titties.
Just a little bit, yeah. No balls or anything. Pink Flamingos gave me balls last night briefly.
And it is Kyle MacLachlan who's kind of he's kind of a happy dopey potato. So yeah,
he does have the funniest
he's not in bad
haircut in this
shape in
movie.
this.
Like he has like the emo.
He has an emo side part.
The
yeah.
emo son who's like incensed to go on the road trip with the family haircut. Like,
Yeah.
that he has going on. Like,
Yeah. He's yeah.
Mom like flips his hair and everything.
It's an
God.
awfully moody side part he's got going. Yeah, absolutely. But no, they're having sexy pool time. And there's a moment when Nomi, it looks like she's going down to suck him off, right? Like she's finally going to do the blowjob for job security, but nope, she swims off, and he's kind of like, what, where'd she go? Where'd she go? So, atta girl, once again, she dodges the security blowjob.
Yeah. She goes under the little fountain.
Yeah, for another sexy moment. It's just glistening off of her, and yeah.
Then he joins her under the little waterfall, so they're under there, and it's weird because here she is looking really sexy, and then for him to walk through the little water fountain fall, he's like this. Like a monster, like he's about to claw her, going,
Pierce this veil of stuff to get you.
And then he grabs her, and then he pulls her out, and then they're back in the pool area.
I had a rich friend that had this little like pool grotto thing area with a waterfall. Like if you went through the waterfall, there was a whole area back there, and I wonder if it was somebody was like, I want that pool. Yeah, I want the sexy, the neon trees pool. But
yeah, they. Ultimately, she kind of mounts him, kind of straddles him. She's always in the dominant position. She's never in a submissive position.
Yeah, she's a top.
Regarding like sexual anything, really. And that's, yeah.
Well, this scene, I don't want to say started, but like when he joined her in the pool, he brought out 2 glasses of champagne, poured those, and then pours the rest all up on her head and body and titties and whatever. And she doesn't seem to like. She kind of alarms her at first. She's like, what are you doing to me there?
It's cold.
And so maybe that was submissive, getting poured champagne on you like a bitch or whatever. Like,
I don't know. It's an expensive bottle, so it's kind of almost like anointing her.
It's a new way for her to get sticky. But I liked it when you came, Tommy. I liked your eyes. Oh God! Well, I'm excited because we're moments away from probably the best acting of this movie.
Yes.
Yeah. So she is riding him, and he's just kind of holding on for dear life.
He's like leaning against the side of the pool. First of all, to like give you this, she's like standing up-ish, and she's like kind of riding him, facing him. Because of the water and the buoyancy, like it makes it easier. And she kind of does the thing where she just flings herself backwards again. But because she's like in water and she's doing the writhing thing, it's like she's a fucking like electrocuted fish or like a magic carp bouncing around or whatever. Like,
well, before that happens, she grabs him around the neck, and then she's just going back and forth like towards his face to where her boobs are almost like, I don't, like the little, what is it called? The not ping pong ball, but the ball that's attached with the string.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly like the scene because yes, her titties were flying about in this too.
Yeah, like toward the camera and back and forth, where it's kind of funny and weird to see it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
that motion is weird.
It's the way that her breasts are presented, they're never they're never an object for the male gaze. Her breasts are always like it's almost like a weapon on her. It's a very kinetic like thing attached to her, right? They're not a passive object for someone to approach. Her breasts are flying at you, right? Her breasts are not passive, right? And it's just yet again, it's just nothing is passive about her sexuality, right? She's
imagine yourself as Kyle MacLachlan in the scene, because yes, you're right. Her breasts are flinging water at you, and then she just like flings herself backward and is like having a seizure on your penis while you're in the pool, and you're like, this is fine. This is probably fine. Because I can't emphasize enough how weird and unsexy this flailing in a pool was.
Yeah, because it's not just her leaning back; it's her entire body, and she's going side to side with her arms flailing around, and her hair going in and out of the water.
Yeah, she can't just dance like a normal club goer, and she can't fuck like just some normal woman.
Like a normal person.
She cannot do it.
She's Nomi Malone.
Nothing about her is low key. It's zero chill all the time. It is always ecstasy and passionate dance all the time.
Yeah.
All the time, and this is not an exception.
Yeah, she's always extra for sure.
Yeah.
It looks unpleasing. The sideways writhing sex she's done both on land and in the sea at this point. Now, just like, I don't know if this is for me.
Yeah, it looks more. This is not love making. This is like lust making. It's more primordial. It's more animalistic. It's
and it's
just
not
wild.
Reality. I don't know if it could even work, because there were laughs in the audience when this whole scene was going on. There was nothing sexy about it. We were laughing our heads off.
Yeah, no, you'd snap his dick off.
This is exactly what they talk about when they're like, if a middle schooler like saw this for their first sex scene, they're like, wow, sex is crazy, and they're like, this must be what sex is like and what girls like. And so he's just like drowning a woman while like half riding her or whatever, and it's like, oh, sex is neat, but because if you watch that film or just that scene, you're like, what the fuck is that? I don't think anybody got off on that.
No, it's too much. It's too much. Yeah.
Wacky waving, flailing, inflatable arm waving tube man. Having sex with that in the pool.
Exactly. Yeah. And then finally, with the cue of the music, you know that the climax has happened.
Right.
And then, of course, there's the little trembling from Kyle while she's holding him and she's holding herself up. And I think there's one more kiss. And I think that's how it ends. That crazy, quote, sex scene in the pool.
Yeah, this drowning, horny woman like, that manages to complete the act, I guess. But we kind of see him the next morning, really, after that, and the kiss thing. And we see Nomi take another slide or step into the life because she does a little coke off his dresser for the first time. We've seen her sort of avoid drugs and coke and all these things to date.
Before this, like, Zach offers her an audition. And she's kind of indignant about it,
That's right,
just like, oh, that's what this is about. Oh, okay, you're just gonna fuck me, and then like, if I hadn't fucked you, would you be offering me this audition? And she's nobody's fool. She's maybe a bit naive about the world on some things, but she wise to suspect this. And is it any more serious for us than we started? No, it's not. I don't think it is, right? What do you think?
Was it ever serious?
I don't know.
I think they wanted it to be serious.
We've been to many different places on this movie so far, but we have many more to go.
Have we been back east on this movie?
Have we ever been to me? We'll find out.
More to come. See you in part 3.
Yes. So that is the end of part 2, and part 3 is coming up next.